Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des at King of the Pit TV signing in. I might be breathing heavily. I've just had an adventurous walk up the stairs to get here to my laptop, alright? As you can see, I'm going to go somewhere where no metalhead has ever gone before. I am going to re-listen to Metallica, people. Come on, round of applause. I'm hoping to listen to Metallica's full discography. I haven't heard Metallica past And Justice for All. I've heard singles and like passing songs and stuff, but I've not consciously chosen to listen to Metallica past And Justice for All. So, you know, some people like Load. Is it Load and Reload or whatever? Some people really like the music that they've got going on there, so we might be in for a treat when we get to the 90s and onwards. But we're starting from Kill 'Em All, alright? When was this put out? Hold on, I want to skip that trial. And by the way, this is the remastered, so this is going to sound sick, hopefully. And we've got comments. This was released in 1983. So, if you consider Metallica, like, and what role they play in metal music, like, essentially the biggest metal band of all time to this day, 83 was quite a late year for their debut record. A lot of good stuff. 83, in my opinion, was the best year of all time for punk and metal music. I mean, imagine the competition you had to put a record out in 83 back in the day. Anyway, I digress. I won't go too far. We're going to jump straight in. I've not listened to this record in yonks, honestly, since I was a little boy. So this is going to be good. Honestly, I think there's going to be a little bit of filler on this record, but I know there's going to be a few good riffs, a few good ideas, and I'm looking forward to listening to it. This one's called Hit the Lights, okay? And you know where you can listen to the full album reactions of each and every album I listen to from the moment I upload. Down in the link below, support your boy like I support underground music. Metallica's not underground, let's be fair, but you know what I mean. Check out the catalogue. I do some pretty gnarly bands. This one's called Hit the Lights. Come on. I've not heard this in so long, people. Remastered as well. The drumming's punk. The drumming is punk. I mean, this isn't full-on metal drum. I think it's because we're bouncing it off of the. That's not a hi-hat, is it? That's off of the bell off of a cymbal. Is it? Or is it the ride? I don't even know. But we're not crashing all over the shop, going mad. I'd associate that drumming more with punk than with metal. Alongside that, the stabs sounded absolutely massive. I don't know how well the panning situation was on the original record, but the panning on this remaster was nice. And when was the Four Horsemen 7 minutes 12 seconds long? When was it that long? Dude, I'm sure things have changed now, but back when you first got your guitar and you were in high school, if not younger, and you were into metal music or rock music, getting onto ultimateguitar.com and trying one of these bloody solos, you know what I mean? To this day, I couldn't shred like the shred Metallica have got, and it's relatively simple stuff if you consider metal like lead guitar, but man, lead guitar's a wet dream, isn't it? Finny the Kitty says lyrics. Whoa. Mingia says their best album. Raw energy and power, very pure. Random Metalhead, the one who uploads it, says, I won't call it their best, but it's in my top 3 for sure. Outstanding work for a debut album that wrote history. Very, very, very good words there. Kirk Wamet, 6'9", says, my top 3 are Justice, Kill 'Em All, and Lightning in no particular order. What do you think to that? I don't know if Kill 'Em All would be in my top 3, even though I've only heard like 4, if not 5 records. Somebody's referenced Mustaine, so let's see if somebody's said what Mustaine was actually involved in. Mustaine is not recorded on this album. The credit goes to Kirk Hammett. Yeah, I think he had some association with the writing of 1 or 2 of these songs. One of them being, I think it was the Four Horsemen, because he re-recorded it as Mechanics. Was it Mechanics on one of the Megadeth records? Let's go. This chorus section, I don't like it too much. Hit the lights. I like the cadence to it. I like the phrasing of it, but the actual vocal, like, it sounds like you're just screaming "hit the lights" over and over. There's not necessarily any. It doesn't mirror it up very well each time. So as a chorus section, it sort of, I don't know. It doesn't please me too much. I generally just don't think his vocal on that particular section is very pleasing to my ears, to be fair with you. They should have got me in the band in 1983. I would have done a better job than what's his name, James Hetfield. Bro, if they got me in Metallica back in the day, rhythm guitars, frontman, honestly, the planet would be a different place right now. Come on. Forgot about this riff. Yo, imagine if now, like, James Hetfield just went to the band, you know what, I can't be arsed no more, I'm gonna quit. Imagine that. As the trademark wah pedal there, introduced in track 1 of the first LP. This is so extra. I don't remember this. There's been about like 4 trade-off solos, and I think they're all with himself. Is this just pure Kirk Hammett shred? Does Hetfield shred? Right, we bookended that, opened it up with a nice volume swell and finished off with a nice cadenced volume swell. We've got the 4 Horsemen coming up next. Hold on to your socks, people. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Kill 'Em All, the 2016 remastered. If you're only just joining us now, I've not listened to this record since I was in high school, and it wasn't my favourite Metallica record, but I only heard Up to and Justice for All. I never listened to the 90s records and upwards. I did download Death Magnetic off of the Pirate Bay, I think it was back in the day. So I shouldn't be saying that because of Lars's history, but hey, that's how I got a hold of it. Come on, people. And I think there was a few good numbers on there. Cyanide, I remember being my favourite on there. Gilberto says that particular section at 6 minutes in is perhaps more brutal than in the original version. Jeez Louise, more brutal. We're listening to Kill 'Em All. Let's go, the 4 Horsemen. That's it, this is the new horns. It's mad because Hetfield being like the gateway to a whole lot of people's entry to metal music, me included. Since hearing Hetfield in the early days, all of these metal bands around this era I've been listening to and reacting to on this channel, all the vocals sound like Hetfield so much, and I don't know if they came and influenced Hetfield, if that was the sign of the times, or if Hetfield literally just like spawned all of these copycats. I have no idea. A lot better of a chorus than Hit Light. Under the dead of night, with the horsemen right, or to your face and die. Oh yeah, yeah. You've been dying since the day you were born. You know it's all been planned. God sent out the every right. Sin on once, but sin on twice. Believe your confessions now. Cause now you got the light of your life. Horsemen are drawing nearer. On the streets they ride. They come to take my life. After the dead of night, with the horsemen ride. The bass line's kind of fruity, you know. I've never paid attention to the bass line in this song. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I've just been enjoying the artwork. The artwork's cool, man. Like that design on a plain black shirt. Very bold, very striking. I like it. I've never paid attention to the artwork. I mean, it's just a hand with a hammer and a bloodstain. Like, let's be fair, it's poor artwork. I mean, it's kind of just irrelevant. But it's so iconic. It's such an iconic record cover, I think. I like the words. I like the would you call it typography of the title, Kill 'Em All? And the logo looks pretty cool as well, to be fair. Little squeal there. Oh, this is proper one of them riffs in it when the guitarists go up back to back or side to side. Great riff. Dun dun dun. Why do people hate on Lars? I think the drumming's fine. I'm gonna go back because that's hard, man. Like the riff, it's a brilliant riff. Time's taking its toll on you. I think that's a hard line. I think that's a really hard line. Mind my hair, people.
Time taking a toll on you. The lines that crack your face. That man's body, it has gone through. Withered in every place. That's the last for what you have to endure. For what you have put others through. Death, deliverance for you for sure. Now there's nothing you can do.
Yo, I read in the comments somebody said Sweet Home Mechanics Obama. It made me think, Sweet Home Alabama, like, is he saying that for a reason? I never picked up on this bit. This is just like Sweet Home Alabama 101. Big wheels keep on turning. Take me home. Da-da-da. Yeah, I mean, it's just a chord progression, to be honest with you. 3 chords. So I don't think they've really ripped off Sweet Home Alabama, unless they have done. But there you go. Are those guitar solos harmonised? I think they're just doubled up, aren't they? 2 solos. Yo, I'm really looking forward to the time this dude said 6 minutes 2. He's got 3 thumbs up, perhaps more brutal than in the original version. I don't know what riff this is. I'm looking forward to it though. Oh, these metal bands that write these epic long songs, like this is 7 minutes long, like 7 minutes to 8 minutes, and they have like this 3 minute essentially bridge section in between that links one section A back to section A. They're really cool, I think, because you go on an incredible journey in between before resulting back into what you were familiar with, and that's really good resolution, I think.
Take a life under the dead of night with the four horsemen right.
Here we go.
Or do you think and die?
Right, here we go. This bit's supposed to be brutal, everyone.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the drum kit is a bit rockier, like the literal drums he's hitting, but it's very punky drumming. You gotta give props to Hetfield as a rhythm guitarist, because I'm more impressed by the rhythm guitars and the grooves in the solo sections than the actual solos. But that's not to downplay Kirk Hammett. If it is Kirk on this record, I think it is, right? Because the lead guitars are really bloody good as well. That's self-explanatory, really good. Quality. That was really good, wasn't it? That was an enjoyable listen. 7 minutes, bit of a stretch for me, but it went by with enough to comment on, definitely. We got Motorbreath coming up next. I don't remember this one too much, so this one essentially might be almost like a first time listen reaction. Come on, let's keep it moving. Yes, now bless, now Des signing in. We're listening to Kill 'Em All, the 2016 remastered version, and I'm freezing, so I'll catch you in a minute. Yes, now bless, now don't forget the rest. Now Des at KOTP TV signing in. We're listening to Metallica's Kill 'Em All. I'm not too familiar with this one, Motorbreath, to be honest with you. I guess we're just going to dive in. It's track number 3 of a record I have heard back in the day, so I think I'll pick up on the riff. But as for like Motorbreath, I don't really associate any memories with this tune, so this is track number 3. Let's go. Remastered. Yeah, I have heard this one, but back in the day, this used to be a skip for me, so let's have a listen.
Living and dying, laughing and crying. What you have seen is will never be the same. Life isn't a battle, it's just how it seems. Hard and heavy, it's dirty and mean. Full time rest, it's how I live my life.
Do you hear an ever so faint note just harmonising with the riff there in the background? It's not the bass guitar. Boom. I could almost exchange it with a key. Boom. Listen.
Don't stop for nothing, it's full speed or nothing. I'm taking down.
Don't stop for nothing. It's full speed or nothing. I like lyrics that rhyme with the same word, because it shouldn't be done, but sometimes it works, and I think that works.
Whatever's in my way, it's in your pieces, shooting the line, sending the shivers up and down my spine.
I just remembered people looking at the song list, Anesthesia, or Anesthesia perhaps, pulling teeth. Oh, just a bass solo. I listened to it, and I know you Cliff Burton heads and you Metallica purists, just like, what, man, it's a sick tune. Oh, dude, I don't want to listen to some dude wank about on a bass guitar for a bit. Might change my mind listening to it, but, you know, that's my controversial opinion of the day.
Motorbreath, sour in my life, I can't take it any other way. Motorbreath, the sound of getting fast is going to take your breath away. They are all missing on what life's about. You only live once and take all of the chance. You'll end up like others, sing song and dance. Motorbreath, sour in my life, I can't take it any other way. Motorbreath, the sound of getting fast is going to take your breath away.
Huge bundles of energy in that tune. I think that's the most high intensity tune we've heard so far as the energy goes. The rhythm riff on the guitar solo, what comes in during the guitar solos that we heard just as the last riff there, that was my favourite one there. I wish they would have had that as the main verse riff, because I like that one a lot. The chorus, da, 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 I don't think too much to it. But that was Motorbreath by Metallica. Not my favourite tune. I know why I didn't remember that one too much as far as like associating the title with a song. We got Jump in the Fire next, which from what I'm aware is an half decent tune, so I'm looking forward to this one. Let's keep it moving. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. This is track 4 of 10. We're listening to Kill 'Em All from start to finish. Let's start with a comment. Carl's musical cover says, underrated. Okay. Jump in the Fire, let's go. Great riff. Very groovy. The riffing's great on this. This guy says it sounds the same. Dave Elson Says you are listening to a compressed version. YouTube has zero clarity. That's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. I like the funky brushes on the muted strings. That's good. Come on. I like the chorus of this one. I like the way he said. I like the phrasing, jump in the fire. Yeah. The way he really yas that, really good. I don't remember this bit. You know what? I'd say the album title and artwork is a bit too extreme for the actual content of the record. Kill 'Em All's a bit strong, innit? Come on. It's really switched the energy from the first three tunes, because the bass line, bum 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 bum, is gleeful in a way. It's joyful. It gives a little spring to your step. It's a bit different to the ruthless metal headbang you got in the initial three tunes. Lars playing with that open hi-hat as well during that main riff. These 80s metal records are really incredible because the rhythm guitars aren't necessarily overtly technical for the most part, but the solos are just like full blown wingle wangle fests. You know what I mean? You could just have like 4 power chords as the chorus, which we had during Motorbreath, or even the Four Horsemen. Whereas the guitar solos, you know, the lead playing really compares a contrast, which is good. We got Pulling Teeth coming up next. Alright, I'm a bit iffy, bit 50-50 of where this is going to go, because I can't remember it too much. I just remember it starts off just like as a bass guitar solo, and I'm really not too fussed. So let's keep it moving.
I can't wait to meet my nephew Carl.
King of the Pit TV signing in. This is Pulling Teeth, aka Anesthesia. I'm gonna go into here with an open mind. It's 5 minutes, so it might move to, you know, an environment I'm decent with. I think the drum kit comes in at some point, right? I know this is a bass guitar solo, and honestly, I'm just really not fussed. But I know the bass guitar solo isn't just like 5 minutes of just empty soloing. I think they do have some degree of instrumentation in here. So let's get on with it. And for all you Metallica and Cliff Burton fans, I know what I'm saying is sacrilege, but you know, I wanna hear some Metallica. I don't wanna hear like just some ego fest. Come on.
Bass solo, take 1.
The only bass solo that matters is Maxwell Murder. Come on. He should have kept this tone during the record. He should have kept this fuzz on. Yo, if he kept his fuzz on throughout this entire record, metal as we know it today might be in a completely different space. Sounds like he's just playing like practice licks. Sounds like he's warming up. I reckon if I was on this, if they gave me a bass guitar and says, go on Des, plays a bass solo for the record, I reckon I'd do better personally. I reckon it'd be the most important bass solo of all time. I might have to do it. Shall we read some comments? Cliff, best bassist ever. Jamie says, I'd hate to hear the master tape of this, with this much feedback and distortion, but would love it just as much given I know what it sounds like metal. Supposed to be feedback and distortion. It's metal. Thomas Roman says, bass solo, take 1. Do you really reckon it was take 1? Okay, I'll be real with you, yeah? As a bridge section, as track 5 of 10, to bridge the album, it is actually quite good. It serves a very functional purpose. I do like it as a bridge. come on. With the fuzz on the bass guitar and the drums just coming in as it is, it sounded a little bit like a doomy stoner band. I'll be real, it sounds crap. It still sounds shit. This hasn't aged well to me. When I was younger, I probably think this is really cool, but I just see that it's, you know, a bunch of young lads who are just like, yeah, wouldn't it be sick if we just threw like a bass guitar solo as an entire track? I just want to hear some lyrics and some good choruses and some good riffs, personally. Right. They should have had the bass solo go into a bass line and then like start a track. I think they shouldn't have just have it end. They should have ran it in, whether it be on the start of a tune, because like 3 minutes of bass solo, drum and bass at the start of a tune before it actually engages and starts. That'd be cool. That'd be something interesting to listen to, or at the very least blend this track into the next track, but it doesn't seem to happen. I got a very special tune coming up next. I like this one a lot, and I'll drop you a comment on that one before we press play to let you know a bit of insight on this one. We got Whiplash coming up next, people, alright? Yes, now, bless now. Little bit of trapped wind there, people. Don't forget the rest now. There's that KOTP TV signing in. Right. Whiplash. This is track number 6 of 10. Let me bring you in on something, people. So, I know this record has been a little bit vague for me because I haven't listened to it in so long, but Whiplash, in my opinion, I used to participate. I used to write lead guitars in lead guitars riffs. I used to write the songs essentially in a crossover hardcore thrash metal band. I was listening to a fair bit of Slayer at the time, so it was kind of influenced by Slayer more than anything else, but Whiplash was definitely on one of my playlists. I think that this tune, Whiplash, is one of the best thrash metal songs of all time. Not down to it just being pure balls to the wall, like thrash metal headbang madness, but I just think it's such an organic tune. I mean, we just really do rely on like the open E string throughout the entirety for the most part, and it's just a really good tune. We actually tried to cover this song as an intro, not the entire tune, but sort of like a bit of a mosh intro to one of the live sets, and we only told the second guitarist like during sound check, and so it sounded pretty terrible. But Whiplash, I've got high regards to this. I mean, in this day, I might sort of think it's a bit bland, but let's just jump straight in and see if there's anything I've got to say about this. I'm sure it'll bring back a few memories. Let's go. 2016 remaster. I don't know if I've heard the remaster. I really love this introduction. The toms and then the guitar comes in. Fantastic. Evester says, I think this song is pretty underrated. Is it? Is it? Since it's one of the more popular songs on the album, it's definitely not underrated. Kurt Cobain's favourite Metallica song. Apparently. Come on. Here we go. Any hardcore heads here? If this was played by a popular band at a hardcore festival or something, people would be diving off of the stage. Pure head walk side to side during this build up, so good. I know they're defunct essentially right now, but if Power Trip covered this as an intro, for example. Come on. How's it go? How's it go, people? I don't know the rhythm. That's what it sounded like when I covered it, just completely wrong. Let's see if I can get it first time. This is Des tries to learn songs by ear. Hey, you can't say I'm like the other reaction channels. Come on now, people. Justin Hawkins rides again. He gets it right every time, don't I don't. How's it go? Down, 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 down. That was close, wasn't it? There we go. That was Metallica Kill 'Em All. That's it.
Acting like a maniac. Whiplash.
Even listening to it this far on, I still think that this is like top 5 thrash metal songs of all time.
Whiplash.
I think Lars just complements the riff ever so well. Like this drum beat in particular and the riff just go together so well. Daddy Does Diner says, best album Metallica ever released. That's a very controversial comment. Justice is number 1, says a couple of people. Ride the Lightning, somebody says. Somebody says Master of Puppets because of bass. These like first 4 or 5 records is Yo, this guy Cladvad says hardwired to self-destruct. And if you had to pick one, he'd go for hardwired. I've not heard that record, but to me that's surprising. That's a real recent record, isn't it? G Santa says Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All, and Justice for All, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Hardwired, Load, Reload, and Saint Anger. Is that all of their records? I prefer the Motorhead version. Did Motorhead do this? I doubt it's as good as this. I'll stick to the air guitar because I don't get that wrong. I don't know whether I like this bridging section too much.
Metallica. The brilliance just a flower. And thrashing all around. Acting like a maniac.
Brilliant. What a track. Really good tune. Really good tune. I mean, that bridging section, I don't like the rhythm guitar too much. I don't like the tonality of it. It's pretty good. When it goes double time during the guitar solo, it really gives you a big kick up the backside. So I think overall I do like the bridge section. Just not initially when it kicks in. You know what I mean? Because I just like the straightforward thrash metal riffing. But that was Whiplash. What a tune, eh? What a tune. Let's keep it moving. We've got Phantom Lord coming up next. King of the Pit TV, Desmond Decker signing in live and large. We're listening to Kill 'Em All. This is Phantom Lord. Alike, Motorbreath. I'm not too familiar with this tune. I don't remember Phantom Lord from back in the day, so this is going to be a fresh one for me, potentially. This is track number 7 of 10. Let's go. You know what, people? It'd help if I had plugged in my headphones. It's a good start, isn't it? Right. This one is entitled Phantom Lord. I don't know if you heard that, but I definitely didn't. Here we go. Come on. First pick slide of the record.
Sound of rhythmic furious, a diptych sound of metal in air. Body's waiting for a twist, and teachers that live on your lips. button floor.
It's like verging on a D beat riff. Sound good as like a D beat rock and roll act. Speaking of D beat, I'm going to be performing my first show with a new band, hardcore punk act I'm fronting. I wrote the music for it in a lot, and we're debuting supporting Discharge, which were a influence to Metallica. Anybody know about Discharge? Yeah? The originators of D beat, although they took the drum beat from the Buzzcocks, but then with the Verucas, another UK punk band, created D beat, which is like strong as ever still to this day. The modulation in the riff, so it remains the same, but during the guitar solo we changed key to a lower register. So we're still somewhat overdriven on this clean guitar, but this seems to be a taste of things to come in Metallica's later records, where we started incorporating these very clean, broken chord sections. At this point, Kirk Hammett's guitar solos have become a little bit samey. I mean, there's only so much you can do with 5 notes. He just plays the pentatonic scale, right? Pentatonic minor or whatever it is. So it does all sound a bit samey, but you know what I mean? Well, I think we might as well be like 14 guitar solos in right now. What was that? What the hell is that? Yo, can you hear that on the record? Listen to that. It's like a person literally murmuring. Listen. What the hell? Yo, has anyone commented on that? 3 minute 32. What is that sound? What is that sound? What is that sound? Alright people, I've just uncovered something there, so you heard it here first. There's a ghost on this record. There's a ghost on it. How weird is that?
Leather armies have prevailed, the battle Lord has never failed. with his sword in hand. He will control the land. Crushing metal, crushing calm is frightening night. Fallen to your knees, full of nevermore. Fall to your knees. And bow to the battle.
It was a catchy tune as far as the that was catchy. That was catchy. I didn't like the riff too much. I didn't like the tune in general that much. It's one of the. It's not one of the best tunes on the record. I'll go that far. But we've got No Remorse coming up next, people. So hold on. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's entitled No Remorse. It's track 8 of 10. Kill 'Em All is a longer record than I imagined, with it just being 10 tunes. Let's get straight in. Remastered, of course. Great introduction. This is a mosh pit frenzy. Get your best dancing shoes on for this one. Don't remember this one much. That was a heavy riff. Really chugging in, and this is a groovy riff. I like this metal riff.
Another sorrow, another breath. No remorse, no revenge. We don't care what it meant. Another day, another death. Another sorrow, another breath.
Come on. I think the drums really complement that riff. It's like a breakdown, like a hardcore punk breakdown. I like this riff. This riff is like a prototype deathcore riff.
Another day, another death. Another sorrow, another breath. No remorse, no revenge. We don't care what it meant. Another day, another death. Another sorrow, another breath.
Come on. So this was 10 tunes, and Justice for All was only 9 tracks. I can see a playlist there. Death Magnetic's only 10 tunes. We got any other playlists here? What's this band? MGLA. Glah. Never listened to that before. Never heard of that band. It's really cool because Metallica albums have only got so many tunes in. They don't... You'd think a band like Metallica would be putting out like 13, 14 songs each and every record. But they don't. They sort of don't dilute it. It's just pure heavy metal concentration. I like looking at the amount of songs you have on these records, because like with the Van Halen records, I've only listened to the first 2 Van Halen records so far, but they're coming in at like 30 minutes each. You know what I mean? It goes to show that fantastic music and music that lasts doesn't need to, you don't need to oversaturate things. You can just really concentrate that power, really pack a punch with what you're doing. And be at the right place at the right time, obviously. What's he saying? Da, 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 da. What does he say there? War, something, something. I don't know what he says.
No remorse, no revenge, we don't care what it meant. Another day, another death, another sorrow, another breath. No remorse, no revenge, we don't care what it meant. Another day, another death, another sorrow, another breath.
Hold on. Man, you know what's kind of bleak? How many bands that ever exist through time that have put out records that sound just as quality and well put together and has had as much effort invested into them as this record, but just never got given the attention they deserved. A moment of silence for all them bands and artists. A moment of silence just broken to pieces by No Remorse thrash riffing.
Bullets are flying, people are dying, madness surrounding, all hell breaking loose. Soldiers are howling, bodies are mounting, cannons are shouting to take their abuse. War is going, blood starts flowing, no mercy given to anyone here. Fury is fighting, swords are like lightning, it all becomes frightening, you know death is near. No remorse.
Hold on. Very creative cadence there at the end. Very cool. You don't hear enough bands doing that nowadays. It seems like all these reactions to these older school thrash and metal bands and rock bands and stuff, they've all got proper good cadences. Bands I listen to nowadays just aren't, they're not good enough musicians to really pull that off. You have to be well good at the timing, by the way. Like if to catch that emphasis at the end with the drummer. Dun, 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 you know what I mean? You have to be just so on point and in key with each other. We've got Seek and Destroy coming up next. Catch you there, people. Yes, now bless now. Des, King of the Pit TV, signing in, live and large, once again. Seek and Destroy. We're getting through the Kill 'Em All record, slowly but surely. This is track 9 of 10. I'm aware of this tune. I'm asking you how it goes. You should be asking me. I'm the professional, right? This is my commentary on Seek and Destroy, by the way, people. It's me trying to learn the riff for half an hour. All right. Come on. Come on. Come here. This is James Hetfield here, everybody. I'm very well aware of this tune, Seek and Destroy. I have seen a ton of bands cover this in the early 2010s. A lot of local bands trying to cause a stir in the music scene. Believe it or not, from the hardcore community, a lot of bands just started jumping on a Metallica bandwagon for some reason. Everyone started covering Seek and Destroy as an intro, if not Sad But True. Is that the one Kid Rock did as well? Is that the tune? No. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Everyone started covering that one as well. So I'm pretty aware of this song, although I'm not aware of all 6 minutes 52 of it, okay? I only know the main riff. As you can tell by my technical prowess, I know that riff inside and out. That's not right, is it? Come on. There we go, people. I didn't even need a guitar pick. I'm going to be next up in Metallica. This one's Seek and Destroy, people. Thank you for holding on. If you want... I'm only joking. If you want to check out all the full album commentaries the moment they're uploaded, the link's down in the description. Support me. Support me, please. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to put some respect on that drum fill. That's the first drum fill I have paid attention to this entire record. Come on. really badass, that search and seek and destroy vocal line. I really like that bit. It's great sing-along value. Pure metal at its finest. My next door neighbour had the cassette tape Ride the Lightning, and I had their song Fade to Black when I was about 10 or 11 years old, and I instantly fell in love with the song. I had to learn it on guitar, and I did. Yo, shout out to Scotty McAllister. What a legend. Scotty McAllister also says, first Metallica song I ever learned on guitar. I think I was 5 or 6 years old. Believe it or not, I taught Scotty McAllister how to play that riff. You see that? Clemenza says pro. Not wrong. I taught him how to play that. There's always Dave Mustaine referenced on these videos. Oh God. This comment right at the bottom is in French, I think. I don't understand it, but I know he's got a tinfoil hat on his head. When people start talking about numbers to such a degree, they're definitely thinking on a deeper level. All right. Oh, I want to ruin this reaction video by putting it at 125 speed. People say that's awesome. Speed. Oh, dude. Shall we do it? Alright, people. You only get this at King of the Pit TV. We're moshing tonight. I'm going to ramp up the speed. You know what? I might even start doing this just at every song ever. And just play it at more speed. Right, we're adding a quarter of the speed to this tune, people. Playback speed. 125, let's fucking go. Yeah, and even so, I might put it at 1.5. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yo, we've gone complete D-beat rock and roll right about now. Yo, where are the crusties at? Where are the crusties? Yo, we're buzzing tonight, people. I'm matching my caffeine. I'm matching my inner caffeinated. I can't even speak clearly no more. It's 11:15 at night, and I'm just buzzed up. Shall I put it on 2 times? Yo, guitarists. I know I've got some guitarists watching this. Yo, play Seek and Destroy at 2 times the speed and let me know about it, please. How slow does it sound now?
Seek and destroy. Search and seek and destroy.
This is like when you've been driving on the motorway and then you come off into like city streets and what tends to be like quite a reasonable driving speed just becomes ever so slow motion. I don't remember that last riff. That's a heavy last riff. Why does nobody rate that riff? Nobody really goes on about that riff. That last riff is bloody brilliant. Let's finish this off. We've got Metal Militia. I'll try not to double time this one, alright? There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're finishing off Kill 'Em All. I hope this gets past copyright because Metallica are so big that the powers that be might shut this down, but you know, I transform the work as my own under fair use copyright laws. Okay, I am an artist myself, by the way. I'm a music commenter, and what I do is I double time the music to get more emphasis out of the thrash. This one's Metal Militia. Link in the description if you want to check out all of my live commentaries. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, I'm definitely speeding this one up. Let's listen to it on normal speed first though. That's going to be my new novelty, people. It's King of the Pit TV. I don't remember this song being so good. This is like the most aggressive thrash metal we've heard. The highest, it feels like it's the highest tempo thrash we've had. It sounds heavy as well. The mastering is great. Right, I'm just going to listen to that first bit again. Put your seatbelts on, people, because now this is King of the Novelty TV. This is what we do on every song ever from here on. Come on. Doesn't sound as good slowed down, does it?
Thunder and lightning, the gossip rebel, senseless destruction. Think of the fury and cowardly now, running for safety. Down
Hetfield's vocals sound incredible on this one. It sounds like there's such transformation from what we've heard throughout the record. The vocal on this sounds next level, I think. Master of Puppets only had 8 songs. Wow. I like how the guitar solo sounded like it was like a riff, a lead into the riff. It sounded like the rhythm guitar, and then it turns out it wasn't. It was actually the start of the guitar solo. That's sick. This is the most ruthless track on the record. This is so high octane. This has got the most energy. This is a great song. This is great. I've really enjoyed listening back to Kill 'Em All just to come across this. This is banger. Dave Mustaine literally has writing credits on that record, so he'll get paid from the advertisement that played prior to. Well, I don't know. Maybe the label rinses it all, but he gets songwriting credits at the very least. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I don't want to listen to Deliver Us to Evil. After that, listen back to Kill 'Em All. I think Metal Militia has taken #1 spot ahead of Whiplash as far as like just best thrash metal tune. That was great. I didn't remember that tune being so good. That was really good. I'm not going to rate this record out of 10 because it's Metallica. I mean, let's be fair. Even if I wasn't speaking from a soundscape standpoint, it kind of has to be a 10 out of 10 just due to it being the debut of Metallica. I've had discussions with my mates in regards to the biggest metal bands of all time, I think to this day we've got Metallica at number 1, and personally, I would put Slipknot as number 2, although after starting this channel and checking out, you know, the different metal communities and so forth, it is debatable if Rammstein comes in at number 2. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. What are the top leading metal bands, like, aka the biggest, best, like, not your personal opinion, just in regards to globally, who is the leading metal bands? Who is the best metal bands? Do Nightwish count, or are they like just leading their own particular niche? In the grand aspect of things, are they somewhat small relatively to the others? I'm signing out, people. I gotta work early tomorrow, so wish me luck.